Blast off.
Good evening. My name is Karnis, and welcome to the Music of the Night. With me, once again, after our long hiatus, and returning triumphant, is...
kcStranger, playing Petra Schweinsteiger.
Ice 9, playing Maya fucking Barkley.
Bexxan, playing Karen Storm.
And Obadiah Blanche, the...
Do it again. Don't let Karnis interrupt you.
Obadiah Blanche, the invisible half of the Obi and Toby crew.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
Devoured.
I didn't realize you could actually speak out into the ether. So that was my bad.
I think I'm on like a huge delay.
Yes, you guys are on a very deep delay.
You're like echoey.
God damn it.
Because every time she says something, I don't hear it for a long while, even though we're in the same room.
Well, I turned my mic off, and maybe
These
we
things
can just
happen.
use yours if I just yell.
It's just that we're both on a big delay, like no matter which mic we're using.
It's
What
cool.
if I yell?
That won't make it go faster.
Don't yell.
Excuse me. All right.
Look at her pain.
So last time, there was a freezing. Karen and Titharius came across a field of frozen people, among which were Petra and Luca and Maya and Obi and Toby and a partridge in a pear tree. In the center of this frozen field of people, that she saw a tall, regal-looking woman in a white dress with white hair. She immediately had some very instinctual bad. Her instincts have not 100% been corroborated, but pretty much. She then proceeded to speak to the Queen of Winter, and kind of agreed to maybe do her a favor.
No.
No?
I think that's a no.
I did not agree. It was clear in my discussion with her that there was never an agreement made.
Okay. That's why I said kind of agreed to maybe do her a favor. But anyways.
No, because that's too much for Faye.
Yeah, but
You
you
get choice of, like,
took some
electric
shit from
provider
her.
scams.
I would say that's kind of agreeing to maybe.
Anything from her.
Anyways, you were asked to find one Anton Tchaikovsky, a watchmaker. And I believe somebody made the comment about those still exist. Anyways, clockmaker, whatever. And yeah, then she left. Everybody melted. You guys booked
that's
out.
what you.
I didn't say you said yes. I said you were asked.
Yeah, but KC said I said yes.
No. He was saying yes. He said those still exist. Anyways, you all left. Took the young girl that Mab was holding with you. Found out her name is Nadia Tchaikovsky. She goes to the University of Akron. That she is a bartender at a bar named Sanctuary in the downtown Akron area. You took her to Luca's house, which is in North Hill. Went in. Stuff was talked about. She woke up, told you some of those things. Asked to borrow a phone and call her friend Delaney. And then I crashed and died, and we were all sad. So, We open on a small, moderate-sized house. The walls are painted, but not like super aesthetically or anything. It's very much sort of a, hey, two guys live in this house kind of place. Everything's clean, but not like hyper clean. The only odd thing is the occasional melee or firearm, melee weapon or firearm that you might see poking out of a closet or this or that. You're all standing in the living room. I believe that Luca handed out beers or whatever people wanted to drink, such as water.
How's that?
And yeah, so at this point, you guys have just sort of finished up some of your discussions, asking Nadia about some stuff. Petra got her phone number, and at this point, there's a knock on the door.
Actually, by the way, I didn't get her phone number. You said that she had like some sort of temporary thing, and I just got like the flyer and kind of might be able to figure out where she's at the university.
Gotcha. Your notes were misleading. Okay. No, my fault.
I'm joking.
Okay, so you don't have one. There's a knock at the door. Luca goes and sort of looks out the little peephole, opens it up. A young woman, fairly tall, maybe 5'7", 5'8", dark hair, wearing sort of jeans and a t-shirt, kind of raggedy, punky looking. Sort of peeks in and says, "Hey, Nadia, ready to go?" And Nadia just sort of waves and says, well, thank you all again. If you, like I said before, if you want to come and see us, we're doing a show. It was tomorrow, right? Yes, tomorrow. We're going to have a show tomorrow, and you guys can come on down. So I guess thanks again. And she heads out.
As she heads out, I'm like, no problem. I just might.
Okay. They leave. You hear Luca closes the door. You hear car door. Car start up. Drive away. So that was weird.
What part?
A lot of it. Luca sort of looks down at his wrist, realizes he doesn't have a watch, flips out a cell phone, looks at it. I think I'm going to go downstairs and start checking on my anti-fairy shit. He heads downstairs, unless anybody follows or stops him.
I'll follow you.
Okay, you follow.
I mean, if we're turning this into a field trip, like, does Luca provide any indication as to whether he wants to do this alone?
Not really. He just sort of like turns and walks.
Okay, then seeing Karen go, I'm going to follow.
Okay.
I'm hanging out.
All right. What does Obadiah do?
I am just going to hang out as well.
Okay. Toby is indulging.
I grab a bag of a pack of cards and try to make Obi and Toby play poker with me for Cheetos.
Obi loves poker.
I was about to say
Obi loves Cheetos. He plays
Toby
poker
loves
fiercely for
poker
Cheetos.
a lot. Okay, so you play poker with Obi and Toby.
Win all the Cheetos.
So for your poker roll,
that would be a messy sequence of betting.
It's fine. It's fun.
Strength for poker.
That's not how that works.
Your class fee.
Damn it. Why do I not have a list of abilities and attributes? I feel like that's the thing I should have in
Just
front
look
of me.
at one of our character sheets.
That's what I'm doing. Make me either a wits empathy roll or a dexterity stealth roll. That is 2 successes for Maya. Oh, right. I should probably do this. Specialty. I mean, if they make a dexterity and stealth roll, yes, they are cheating.
But poker, it's not necessarily cheating. It's just reading people and bluffing. That's not cheating.
It is
That's
if
the-
you're
that's
doing
the wits
dexterity
empathy.
stealth.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Wits
thought
empathy is the not cheating roll.
I thought
Got it.
I thought the alternative was going to be some kind of manipulation subterfuge thing.
I would accept manipulation subterfuge. I lied. I'm sorry. I would accept
How
that.
is the pretty way of doing the roll? That's like
Here,
I know. I
Oh,
it's
forget.
like that, but with like
We
greater
tied.
greater than 6 or greater than 8. Whatever.
Okay, so you guys.
Oh yeah, they're exploding. Wait, what?
We tied.
They are
Doing
exploding, yes.
7
So I should be doing this. Okay. Wait, no, that didn't work then. So that's why the extra or the parentheses were in there, huh? That's
Yeah.
your brackets.
Yeah, gotta type exactly what I did, except change X.
And get rid of
Yeah,
the
I have to
period.
figure it out for myself, or I'll never remember it.
I usually just copy
That's
that
what
at
it
the
is,
beginning of
okay.
every session.
Okay, so you all start playing,
/R instead of /roll.
and Obi takes an early lead. Then Maya sort of starts to win a little bit. After a couple of rounds, though, you both sort of like realize that you're staring at half the size piles you used to, and Toby is sitting with double the pile he used to.
No, I just ate half my file.
Yep, that's it. All right, Petra and Karen, you follow Luca as he walks through the kitchen, down one of those little triple turn staircases that like the first one leads to a door, and then the second one is an L shape that leads into the basement. In the basement, sorry, I'm getting frustrated by the fact that I'm not hearing my background.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Whatever the proper response is. Like, slow clap? I mean...
So you come to a basement door. Luca seems to do something quickly that if you would like to see what he's doing, you can roll me a perception check, which is wits, so that's awareness is not a thing.
No.
Wits.
It's
Composure.
Wits composure. Yeah.
Yes. I would also take wits.
Oh, wow.
Larceny for this. If that's higher for you. Okay.
I'm not rolling.
Oh, you're not? Okay. So I roll against 1 success. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Not fair.
You don't quite catch what he does, Petra.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't really care about succeeding on that one, but
Okay.
So yeah, he does a thing. Opens up the door.
that wasn't like... LOL.
Good for you.
And walks into a place that you now, Petra, have seen. It's a very much a laboratory sort of looking setup, except instead of the white sterile walls that you might have seen before, Karen, it's all that sort of gray cement flatstone that like a lot of older basements are made out of. There are 2 autopsy-looking tables, and all the walls are lined with racking and sort of short work tables that have all sorts of various beakers and containers with labels and shit. In one corner, there's a old Coke cooler that has what looks like all sorts of different stuff in it. You definitely recognize blood in a couple of aisles. Aside from that, you notice that one wall, the work table and all the racks on it are completely covered in various types of ammunition. A lot of them look very strange, like different colors, or like they're made out of odd materials. And it is this wall that Luca immediately walks over to, and starts just sort of like perusing, and he'll like pull a clip off of something or a couple of rounds off of something and like load it into like a speed loader and set it to the side. He's just sort of taking stock, it looks like.
So do you have any particular?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to describe 2 more things. Straight across from you is a very, very heavy metal door with lots of weird runes and symbols carved into it. And then to your left is another wooden door that is closed, but just sort of like a regular wooden door.
So, what do you have in mind to keep the Fae at bay?
Well, I'm not exactly expert when it comes to dealing with the Fae or their kin. He picks up something and sort of holds it up and looks at it and flicks it over to you.
Me?
Karen, yeah, to you.
Okay. I catch it. Hopefully.
Okay. Sure, you catch it.
Okay. I don't have to roll.
It's a heavier, it looks like sort of like a pistol round, except it's much heavier than it feels like it should be. And
Is it painful to hold?
What?
Is it painful to hold it?
For you? No.
Not at all?
It's cold.
Okay. I don't know how sensitive I am for these things yet.
So far, not very. So it's a duller gray than maybe some of the rounds you've seen before. Not that you've seen a ton of bullets, but it's sort of like a duller, darker gray, and like I said, it's kind of heavy feeling.
Pure iron? Cold iron, I guess I should say.
Well, from what my chemist says, cold iron is basically Old English for pure iron. And yes, that is exactly what that is.
That explains a lot, actually. And I carefully put it away from me.
He holds up another longer round. This one looks like maybe some sort of rifle round or something. But the tip has this weird, almost bright, fluorescent red-looking material in it. And he says, and if we're dealing with winter or fall, this might help too. And he sets it down. Fire elemental blood.
Sunlight? Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it.
He grabs a couple other things, grabs a small backpack, starts throwing stuff into it, zips it up. Petra, you prefer sidearms, right? tosses you a couple of 9mm mags.
Okay.
And he sort of
Do you have any
weaves.
chance? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask him if he had any way of. Do you have any way that I can contact Violet? I think we need to have a chat.
Okay, I'm getting echo. He goes, yeah, I'm
It might
gonna
be from
actually.
my end. Should I turn my mic
I
down?
tried turning my mic on because he couldn't hear me last time.
I'm not talking.
He looks at you and says, yeah, we can go take a visit. She's not going to be able to come out with us or anything. She's not entirely back on her feet yet, but we'll...
No, I just need to speak with her a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. I need to talk to her, too. We need to figure out how the hell the fairies are getting into our city. This is supposed to be taken care of. And he slips between you and Petra and opens the wooden door that was to your guys' left when you first walked in. Opens the door, reaches around, grabs a couple of things, comes out with a shotgun and some sort of assault-looking type rifle, and starts walking back upstairs.
Before you, make sure you put salt in your pocket. Everyone.
He pulls out a couple of shells that he had in his pocket, and they're shotgun shells filled with salt. And flicks one back to you.
Well, not to shoot at other people, just to have in your pocket.
Stops, turns around. What do you mean?
Well, if you have salt in your pocket, at least the old legends go, that it'll help you see through Fey illusion.
Huh.
That one I haven't verified yet, but I'm almost certain it's true.
Well, honestly, I'm not going to say it's not worth trying, at least. Come on, chicas, let's head back up. He goes on, forward. Unless you guys want to stay down and poke around.
No.
All right. Maya, Obi, Toby, while you are playing some games, or continuing your game, a youngish man, maybe 29 to late 20s to early 30s, sort of comes down the stairs and looks and goes, oh, hey, who are you guys?
Oh, hey, who are you?
Hi, my name's Kenneth. I'm, I live here.
Where are we again?
You're at Luca's home.
Why? Wait. Luca has a roommate we don't know about?
Yes.
Oh, what's his name?
Kenneth.
Henna?
Kenneth.
Kenneth. Oh.
Ken?
Hey. Hey, Ken, I'm Maya.
Oh, Ken. Sorry. Oh, you're, Luca's... Is apprentice the right word?
That works.
He, sort of shuffles down and... Oh, poker. He looks at three and goes, you know he's gonna win, right? And points at Toby.
It's Cheetos.
Makes sense. I'm gonna grab a beer. Do you guys need anything?
A beer.
Beer.
He shuffles out, comes...
Yeah, we can hear him.
Mic on to say that? Okay, sorry.
He shuffles out to the kitchen, comes back, and hands you guys a couple of, let's say, 90-minute IPAs.
Ew.
I mean, we have a couple other things, and what would you prefer? I figured Friends of Lucas are IPA
Anything
folks.
that's not an IPA.
Oh, okay. He comes back and he's got a local Scottish ale.
Perfect.
What is it called? Oh, what is it called? I'm going down the vortex again.
Yeah, I was
What-
just about to write.
What brewery?
Thirsty Dog.
The kilt one.
Yeah, I know, but it's not Twisted Kilt. It's
That's something
oh,
else.
it is Twisted Kilt.
Oh, wait, it's Tilted Kilt. That's something else.
Tilted Kilt. That's it. Okay.
I told you.
He hands you a Tilted Kilt.
No, a Twisted Kilt.
No, is it Twisted?
Twisted.
Tilted Kilt is the other thing.
I
It's
quit
like
it.
Hooters, basically.
Twisted kilt.
I quit. Anyways,
You're fine.
he gives you one of those. The thing, it is in your hand.
Oh,
It's about this time that Luca and Maya and Karen fall, or sorry, Petra and Karen falling come back up. Kenneth looks over. Oh, hey, Petra, how are you?
all right. How's it going, Kenneth? Been a little while.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. Been pretty good. No more.
Haven't had the opportunity, happily.
Oh no, I meant we haven't had any more. But yeah,
Oh.
he made
Right.
I don't know the sign for spooky. But
Oh, yeah, that's what I was referring to.
okay, yeah.
I used a weird word.
Anyways, he sips on his IPA, and then he sort of looks back over to Luca and notices the two guns slung over his shoulder. Did I
Yeah,
miss something?
we might have that chance soon, it turns out.
Oh, you all kind of notice as he pales several shades. And then sort of looks at Lucan. I'll get on that thing we were talking about then. Sort of nods and he goes, all right, thanks, man. And Kenneth sort of shuffles towards the basement.
I raise an eyebrow meaningfully as he walks past me.
He shrugs.
Not actually. Again, it's hard to describe body language. I'm attempting to convey that I don't actually want him to say anything. I'm just, giving him a look.
You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to make a innuendo roll.
Okay.
Kinky.
No, not that kind of innuendo.
Oh,
just like...
yes.
Just like...
Kinky.
Oh,
Meaning-
yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
the ability to silently communicate information.
yeah.
Okay, Petra, make me a manipulation expression roll.
Ready for some serious dice,
And-
kids?
Oh, that's okay. Kenneth has to make a manipulation empathy roll, so it's not very good.
Oh, this social interaction.
Ooh, he succeeded.
Oh, okay.
You did not, though.
No.
Okay. So he just sort of cocks his head and shrugs as he walks by. All right. So yeah, Luca walks in, hands the shotgun to Obi. Checks some things on. I have got to move this fucking chat away while I fucking.
Well, you fucking what?
I can't. I can't shrink it any further, unfortunately.
What? Just go to a different tab. Go to a different tab.
I can't. There's not another tab. Anyways. So yeah, Luca hands the shotgun to Obi, and starts checking slides and ammunition and safeties and whatnot on a rifle. Looks around and says, "All right, so armaments of choice in case we need stuff."
I have one.
I don't know if you heard me. I apologize.
Yeah. He looks at the others, meaning Maya and Obadiah.
I'm confused at what I'm being asked.
He's asking you what you need to. Actually, no, he wouldn't have to ask you. He would just.
/GM space, I think. Pretty sure.
He would hand Maya a small caliber pistol, probably like a 9 or something.
Cool.
Grabs a katana for himself and tucks it into a loop in his belt, which is a weird thing that he has because he's Luca. Anybody? Anything? Thoughts? Feelings?
I mean, for my purposes, like he gave me sort of an initial load. I know that some of what he was, packing up, we have back at the safe house if needed. So.
True.
So I'm just making sure I'm set for now, which I think I am.
Okay. So he walks into the kitchen, sort of waves you guys into the kitchen.
All right.
More beer?
No. Kind of a ready room, if you will. That's not a thing people know about. He just sort of turns back and goes, planning. I wanted to show you guys something. And walks back out.
Okay.
How far does he walk away?
Into the kitchen.
Okay, so like we're in the kitchen, right?
Okay, yeah, so you follow him into the kitchen. Sorry, I'm trying to also do a thing.
That's fine.
I'll BRB.
So he walks in. He walks into the kitchen. You guys follow him in, and there's a table. He reaches into the backpack, pulls out a rolled up canister, pops it, pulls out a map, and sort of spreads it out on the kitchen table. This map is a map of the greater Akron area. So that's Akron, Talmadge, Cuyahoga Falls, Hudson, Stowe, Barberton, blah, 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 blah.
At least North Canton, I presume.
Yeah, sort of just the 50-ish miles or so around the Akron area. The only difference from what you guys might see on just a typical detailed topographical map is that there are some drawings on it. Like somebody's taken different colored pens or markers and has made large circles over a couple of different areas. If anybody would like to make me a intelligence occult roll, figure out what exactly you guys are looking.
That's a terrible roll for me, but I will make it.
I'm sorry, intelligence occult -2.
Oh, that's even worse.
None of you have formal magic training.
-1 die or something.
If it's -1 die, you automatically fail. Oh no, I'm sorry. You roll 1 die, and if you roll a 10, you succeed. Actually,
I do have like 2. I thought I'd have way worse, but it's not
okay.
Really.
Oh wow, Maya, jeez.
I'm sorry.
2 from Karen, okay. Sounds good. So, Maya, you've actually seen this map before while you were maybe one of the afternoons after training with Luca. He'd gone over your stuff. I'm sorry, he'd gone over this stuff with you. Karen, you recognize that this is a map that covers the not only ley lines in the area, but also the various sites of increased magical power and the areas of religious or occult significance, things like that. So you have various colors. You're not 100% sure what all of them mean, but you do see this network of lines that's been drawn around the Akron area using these 5 or 6, definitely 6, large sites that have a lot of sort of either power or significance. And using those, somebody has connected this large field around the greater Akron area.
Is this a ley line?
Yes, ley lines, sites of significance and power, stuff like that. Some of these places are relics that are currently stationary, so if they moved, it wouldn't be 100% accurate, but most of them are actually physical locations. And he draws or follows the big circle with his finger and says, "This is the field that Vi and her sisters created to keep the Fae out. It uses 6 of the largest nexuses of ley lines and mystical, I don't know, for lack of a better word, juju in the area, and it covers most of the area, like almost 50 miles wide. It's pretty solid. So if the Fae are easily coming in and out of here, then something had to have gone wrong.
Easily is not the correct word.
Oh, okay. What? I guess catch me up, Karen. What exactly did you notice?
Well, it's not what I noticed. It's what Map told me.
So they're getting in, but not easily.
Well, depends on if they're full Fae or not.
Oh.
Hence
Okay.
why I need to talk to Violet. Well, among other things.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. All right. He rolls the map up real quick, shoves it in the tube, throws it in the backpack. I guess we should go see Vi. I don't think all of us need to go talk to Vi. What about the... So...
Splitting the party didn't work so well last time. That's all I'm going to say.
That's a good point. All right. Well, I guess let's go see Vi then.
Before we go, I've been wanting to ask something. Karen, do you know anything about the significance of that girl that we brought over here? Sort of just happened, and it seemed important, but is there something you know about her that I don't?
Hold on. I actually have to think about that because I'm not sure if I know something more than you do.
Out of character.
I don't think. Yeah, out of character. I can't remember.
Okay.
So I will say this. I don't think it's of a concern right now.
So, out of character, the things you know about her is that she is probably related to the person you're looking for.
Right. I don't know if I told them that yet.
No, you didn't.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think you did.
He's digging. She's digging.
2, you know that the fucking Queen of Winter showed up.
Right, I know that. I just didn't know if there was something beyond those 2 things. I couldn't remember what I said or not. Okay, so back in character.
So a third thing, I guess, would be that from what you know of Mab, not a gentle or caring person.
No, I know. Yeah.
But she seemed to show some sort of
Deference. No,
tenderness.
it's not quite the tenderness.
For her?
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like that seems odd.
Is your mic on? Because they're hearing echoing again, but I don't know. Anyway.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. How about, can you hear like 2 of me now?
No.
No.
Okay, hold on.
His mic's not muting, so I'm just going to speak over his.
You're not echoing now either.
Yeah, I know, because I was using push to talk because I thought his mic was muted.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Now you seem to be muted.
Honestly, right
There you
now,
go.
I don't think anything I know is of particular interest. After I talk to Violet, we'll see if anything else I know is actually relevant.
Okay, I won't press you on it too much now, but let me just say this. I'm wondering whether I should be concerned for her safety. I'm wondering whether there's something that the rest of us should know about why she's significant, and I couldn't really tell anything of the sort from the interaction that we had. You seem to know more than the rest of us, so I wanted to ask.
Let me put it this way. I don't know terribly much. What I do know is based largely on conjecture and mythology, and I'm not sure any of that's relevant, and if possible, I'd like to keep all of you in as little know as possible, because believe it or not, the more you know in this world, the more likely you are to die.
Luca takes a sort of slow pull from his drink. I can tell you something. She's either very powerful or in contact with somebody who is.
I would hazard a guess in the latter, but not intentionally.
It would have to be regular contact for what I saw.
Then probably the first.
Again,
Unless that context could be metaphysical, it doesn't have to be physical.
auras are usually metaphysical.
In which case, it could be either then.
That's why I said either, but because I don't know enough about her, I can't specify or draw conclusions.
Me either. I have theories, though, but again, if possible, I'd rather not involve us at all.
Well, let me just put it to you this way then. All of us leave most of the people in our lives in the dark. There are plenty of good reasons for doing that. That being said, you can also imagine that I don't like it. So...
Sometimes what's best for you isn't what you like. This is the spoop equivalent of eating your vegetables as a child.
just tell me that you have a reason for not telling us.
Didn't she just say the reason?
A
The reason
good-
is so that
a
you don't
good
die.
reason. You know, fine. I'm frustrated. Let's go.
I'm being very serious and upfront with you, Petro. The less you know, the less danger you're in. And this is unlike any danger you can possibly imagine. Last ghost we fought included.
That said, if it's as serious as you're letting on, I have the feeling that walking around with you might be putting me in danger in any way.
Then don't.
All right.
I can imagine quite a bit of danger, Karen. I've been doing this for a while.
I never said you, Luca.
Okay. But we're all here. We've all...
I know you're all here. The point is, I'm trying to make sure you don't get involved in what's happening, which is why I need to talk to Violet as soon as possible, so that whatever potentially could happen doesn't happen. Right now, I don't know anything for sure. The less anybody else knows at this moment, the less potential problems that may arise from knowing too much and getting caught in the crossfire, and I am dead fucking serious when I say that. I lost someone I care very much about for a similar reason.
All right.
These people make the ghost we fought look like a joke. People's a strong word.
Feeling. I know that feeling, and I've lost people too. All right, I'll trust you.
I'm not necessarily asking for your trust. I'm just asking that you let this go. For now. If it becomes pertinent and your lives depend on it, I will tell you. But until that moment, I'm just going to let it go.
In the fight we fight, knowledge is always what our lives depend on, Karen. You know that.
Some things are better left unknown, Luca, and you know that to be true for a fact.
Which is why I said I trust you.
That being said, is there any need for me to go over to see Violet? Or should I stay completely out of it?
Not unless you want to.
All right. I think we have your car here, right, Luca?
We all drove. No, because he was with you guys. So you guys all drove in Petra's car?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll swing. You want to swing by the park on our way to pick up your cars?
Probably a good idea.
All right.
Vamonos.
So
Arriba.
So in that case, my plan is to drive people to the park. And after that, I am going to go home and tend to my life.
Okay.
And keep an eye out, of course, but I'm not going to do anything unless, I'll tell everybody to call me if something comes up.
All right. So you guys head to the park. I need a bio break, and we'll take a quick 2, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
I'm cold.
I keep being really cold and then really hot, really cold,
Same.
and then real hot.
And then I get sweaty. And then
Ooh.
Ugh.
Okay. A quick question before we move forward. What do we want our end goal to be? 9 o'clock or 9:30?
9:30 is fine with me.
Yeah, that's fine with me too.
But Bex, do you want 9?
No, it's all right.
You're allowed to say you want 9.
Yeah, no, I'm just taking polls.
I'm
We
saying
never
I'm
really
okay
agreed.
with. I'm saying I'm okay with either, basically. So sooner or later is fine with.
If we could try for 9 tonight, that'd be great. Because I haven't slept.
Yep.
Totally fine. Absolutely.
Huh? I did have to work today.
What is that, Casey? Is that all day?
No, it's a LaCroix.
Oh, how sad. I'm kidding.
I have the Kroger version of that.
I
I
have
miss
a
Kroger.
with a really nasty label that got all messed up. Anyways, so you guys head to park. Separate your ways. Who all leaves? I don't know if she can still hear me. She can. Okay. Who all is going with Luca and Karen to El Violet's house? Nope, she can't hear me.
Me?
Yeah,
I pulled my cord out, so I put it back in. But I'm
that's
good
fine.
now.
Who's so you guys are splitting up. Who all is going to Violet's house?
I thought that just Karen was going.
I mean,
Anybody can go.
anybody can go. Yeah, no, nobody's made this clear that like it's supposed to be just Karen.
What's Luca doing?
Driving Karen to Violet's house.
I feel I'll go with him.
Okay. And what is
Petra already said what she's doing.
yes? What is the Dobie doing? I couldn't hear that. What did you say, Q? Oh no. No, I'm good. I got panicked for a second. Did we lose Obadiah? No, he's coming in and going.
If you talk loud enough, they could probably hear you on my mic.
I didn't have to be this loud. Hello? I'll just shout at you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Obi's gonna win his Cheetos back.
Oh, okay. So Obi and Toby are going to play poker at some bar. Okay.
I can't hear anybody.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, they're talking. What the hell is wrong with your drivers? He can't hear anybody. I don't know if you guys heard that, so he's gonna fix it.
I heard that. Okay. So we know what Obi's doing. Cool. So Petra heads home, and Obi and Toby head to some place to play poker. They probably invite Petra, but Petra says,
Yeah, I would probably skive off. I have things I want to do.
okay. That's what I figured. And so Karen, Luca, and Maya head to Violet's house. So you guys head up north, drive through for about 15 minutes or so to sort of a nicer side of Hudson. Drive off into a long driveway that sort of travels back into the woods until you get to a very, very, very large house. I don't know. Not as filthy rich as like, what's the place I'm thinking of?
Dublin.
No. Oh, what is the area up in Cleveland that is like nonsense?
Vortex.
Yeah, Vortex. Sorry. Anyways.
Anyway, really wealthy
Yes.
place.
Oh yeah, no. When you guys pull up to the house, you immediately realize that it's a very, very large old house. Luca pulls up, gets out, leaves said firearm in car, and walks up and knocks on the door. There's a appreciable pause. You guys sort of stare at each other for a moment.
Before we do that, can I walk into the woods and see if I can get my rapier?
Yeah,
I would like to do that.
sure.
Not terribly far away, but just out of sight of the house.
Yeah, Luca walks up to the door, and Maya follows, and you sort of slip off to the side, walk into the woods, and Tharis is sort of just standing there, leaning against a tree.
He does that. He leans.
He holds up your rapier handle first towards you.
Thanks. I'm gonna need it.
I get that feeling.
Well, here's to hopefully not dying inside this large house full of witches.
Yeah, no, be careful.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I like this forest.
Well, don't hang around too long, because they might kill you. Or at least attempt it.
I think there's more than... We'll see.
She said she hated them once, so, you know.
That's true. She did, didn't she? I have an idea, if you're keen.
Depends on what the idea is.
Have you ever had a pet?
Yes.
How do you feel about ferrets?
Ew.
They're pretty cute.
They stink.
They do stink. They're musculads. They're related to skunks.
They're clever though.
And they're cute.
They're so gross.
You
But they're
turn
so
around.
smart.
And he just sort of nods, and you turn around and head back towards the others. As you do, you feel a weird, sort of scrabbly feeling up your leg, and a little ferret sort of pops its head out your coat and sort of looks at you.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is the best day ever. I'm like actually losing my mind.
and then it kind of tweaks your nipple and winks at you.
I knew it. I
What?
scratched his head. It winked at me.
I heard something about a nipple.
Yeah, you did.
Well,
Yeah.
wait.
I heard that. We
I
both
missed
heard that
that
correctly.
part.
You don't need to repeat it.
Okay, I'm just gonna let it go because I missed
If you
that.
want.
That's all. No, I didn't hear the full thing.
Oh, I did. I
said
heard the
it's
whole thing.
I said
He-
it tweaks your nipple and then it winks at you.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Is this
Naughty
makes me think
ferret.
it's Titharius or something.
It is Titharis.
Okay.
In ferret form, apparently. I would like to scold him and say, ferrets don't do that.
Titharius.
Be more
ferrets do
ferrety. Be more ferret-like.
I could continue this, but I'm not going to.
I'm
Please
entertained.
don't.
I would like this to continue. If make a vote.
He
I
bites
scratched-
you.
That's when it became a thing.
I'll let you imagine where. Anyways,
If you keep doing that, I'm going to turn you into a coat. And I strap
That's
the
good.
rapier
That is good.
onto my waist and walk over.
so he scrabbles up and sort of like lays across your shoulders.
He is now a stole. Is that right? Stole? Collar?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, Stoll's good.
Yeah. And now I'm with Maya and Luca again.
Yeah, now you're walking out as the door opens.
I like how
And-
neither of them question my fashion choices.
I mean, I'm sure you get a look.
Girl, look at you. I'm good.
The door
I like
opens,
wearing live animals.
and there is a older man, maybe in his a good-looking 70s or sort of an average-looking 60s. White hair, very close cut with sort of a severe widow's peak, and he has very, very bright blue eyes. Dressed in a really nice suit, charcoal gray over a black shirt. Very tall, maybe 6'2", 6'3". Fairly
So sorta
tall.
tall.
Would actually, yeah, fairly tall is probably a better description.
Yeah.
He sort of looks at you and sees Luca, and his eyes narrow. I see. I will get Violet. Wait here. He closes the door and walks, and you hear sort of footsteps out the other way, and Luca sort of cringes.
I don't blame him. We are kind of weird. I would invite us in.
I would invite me in. What are you talking about?
Well, maybe you.
He just sort of shrugs. Maya's dad's not the biggest fan of me.
And by Maya, you mean Violet's dad?
Violet's dad's not the biggest fan of me. Yeah, that is what I meant.
I mean,
I was
understandably.
I was like,
look at
what
you.
about my dad?
No, Maya's dad would love Luca.
I'm totally. Come on. He'd be like, why aren't you two dating? I like him. Dad, it's not like that.
Totally. Anyways.
I mean,
yeah.
I can see why. No offense.
To which?
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
I mean,
Luca?
he kind of
Yeah.
blames me for the fact that she showed up injured and almost died. And that's happened a couple of times since we started dating and then hanging out and then being friends.
Reasonable.
Yeah, no, totally reasonable. That's why I don't come out here very often.
The woods are nice.
Yeah, they are. Where'd you get the ferret, Karen?
The woods.
Okay.
You know how you do. Careful, he'll bite you. Is he gonna use his eye powers on me? Oh no! I'm just gonna know everything.
So you guys wait for a couple of minutes. And after a couple of minutes or so, there's a sort of weird, constant sound up to the door, and then it opens. And Violet sort of wheels herself up to the door and says, "Oh, hey, Karen, Luca, Maya, good to see you guys."
Is she in a wheelchair?
She is, yes.
Nice to see you again, Violet.
Come on in. We'll head to the... She sort of blushes for a second.
Drawing room?
I was gonna say the West Wing.
West Wing.
That's cool.
This way.
Do you want me to push you?
Oh, no, I'm all right. She starts wheeling herself away from you guys.
I thought you were about to say Chica. I thought you almost slipped into Luca for a second, but you said she and kind of hesitated. Chica.
So you guys follow Violet through. The house is gorgeous, very old, lots of tapestries and paintings. You pass by what seems to be like a full wine cellar. Blah 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 blah. She's rich. Karen is in love because Karen notices out of the corner of her eye a room that she's pretty sure is filled with like all sorts of historical artifacts.
I drool a little bit. Not like
and,
super noticeably.
You guys get to a big metal door, and there's a couple of buttons on the wall, and Violet pushes one, and you guys realize this is an elevator?
Is it gonna go down? Is it gonna go down?
You get in, and Violet hits the only other button, which is a 2, and it goes up.
Oh. Oh.
Maya, are you disappointed?
No, it's fine.
The doors open on what is very clearly Vi's section of the house. It's a lot less chic and a lot more homey. There are lots of candles. There's a sort of kitchenette or area over, and lots of doors heading off in various directions. And there is in the center of the room a very large table with all sorts of maps and drawings and stuff on it with various powders and vials and arcane-y looking stuff. Herbs. Many herbs.
All the herbs.
So she sort of wheels in and heads over towards the table, wheels around, looks at you guys. So, what brings you here? I know Luca doesn't like to come here if he doesn't have to.
Well, there's been a large problem that we need to talk about.
So, this is about the disturbance to the circle last night.
Mab came for a visit.
I'm sorry, I could have sworn you said Mab.
I did say Mab.
Meh.
Oh. Okay.
And yes, I am sure.
How?
How am I sure, or how did she visit?
She sort of turns and starts writing furiously on a piece of paper. No. I believe you that you're sure. That makes no sense. That she shouldn't have been able to. And she just starts sort of muttering to herself and writing little side notes and circling things, and seems lost in some calculation of some sort.
Well, here's some other information that might be helpful to you. Apparently, half Fae, or part Fae, have been coming here in order to escape the Fae courts.
She stops.
And that's been going on for a while.
She stops and looks at you.
They call it... I don't remember if they call it sanctuary or not, but it's essentially that kind of idea, right?
Changelings, yes. We didn't want to stop changelings from getting in because, well, a lot of them are just lost kids looking for help. But that doesn't explain how Mab got in.
Apparently, some of her underlings have also been able to get in recently, and have been chasing said changelings. Now, Mab is here not for the changelings, though she is, I think, upset about it. But she can't manifest in full power. It's more of a still unbelievably powerful, but lesser projection of her than her herself, if that makes any sort of sense.
Critical mass.
Sure.
Interesting. She rolls over to a bookshelf and starts pulling a couple of books down and sets them down, pulls one up and starts flipping through and looks at it.
The Fae that are here are not just of the Winter Court, though. I thought you should know. Fall also has a strong showing.
Great.
It's about how I felt.
Is that a ferret?
Yes, isn't he adorable?
She holds her finger out.
He will bite you, be careful.
The ferret sort of crawls up your arm, Karen, and sniffs her finger, and then sort of looks at and crawls back up your arm.
Well, that was very nice of him.
He bites your ear.
Rude. No ferret kibble for you later. I don't know what ferrets eat, so.
That was very good. It was just like suggestive enough. Like, don't explain it. You'll ruin it. Don't explain it.
Violet sort of looks at you funny and just shakes her head. She takes a book and passes it over to you, Karen.
I open it.
Well, it's open to a page.
I read it.
A page.
So, because I didn't actually write out all the nonsense, because A, I'm not a mathematical genius, and B, it's easier to paraphrase. It basically is taking some mathematical concepts and applying them arcanely. So essentially, what it's describing is in certain spells, you can, this particularly in barrier spells, you can create a way for there to be a must be this tall to ride line.
But with power.
But with power. And so essentially, what it's describing is that there are entities that can possibly separate themselves and therefore divide their power and cross such barriers.
That actually explains a lot. I also do not explain that comment. While stroking my ferret's head. With
So
ears.
Violet sort of sees the understanding come across your face. So that could explain how Mab got in.
Now, here's the weird part, and where I think it might be worthwhile for someone with more ability to keep Faye at bay than myself, because I have the opposite problem. She was looking, or wished for help looking for someone. And no, I didn't promise her anything. I say the man's name because I'm not even going to attempt to butcher it.
Anton Tchaikovsky?
That one.
Okay. She says, do you have anything to go on aside from a name?
No, apparently he makes clocks, and his adoptive daughter is someone Mab's taken interest in to some degree. Granted, it was very out of character for her.
You don't know it's his adoptive daughter.
I don't know that?
No. You think she might be related.
Well,
Okay,
wait a minute.
his theoretically
we know
related...
she's adopted. We know
Yes.
she has the same last name.
Yes.
Karen does not know 100% for sure that she is his adopted daughter, but
Yes.
that is one reasonable supposition, and she may have even incorrectly concluded such. Or
Okay.
concluded such correctly or not.
Okay, valid. I just wanted to make sure that I never actually said that.
You did not actually say that.
No, I just assumed that. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Sorry.
Maybe his adopted daughter. They might be related. I'm not sure how.
Anyways.
But in a way that was super out of character. It was a very bizarre interaction, and to be honest, I'm surprised no one died.
I'm sorry. Is there any bizarre interaction? What? Somebody almost died?
Well, I mean, Mab was here, right? And nobody died.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's really bizarre.
So she rolls over to another map's laid out on the table. It's a big table. This one's fairly small but detailed, and it's got various colors on it. Like the whole of the United States area is sort of covered in this weird red, green with a touch of this weird purple over by the Pacific Northwest. And she puts a finger on it and starts swirling it in sort of a counterclockwise motion. And you watch as the colors shift ever so slightly. And then she does the sort of like spread motion with her fingers over the northeastern Ohio or northeastern part of the United States. And the map zooms in.
Awesome.
To Ohio. And she slowly rotates her finger counterclockwise. And you watch as right in sort of the area where northeastern Ohio, maybe Akron or Cuyahoga Falls might be, this really, really bright blue dot shows up. And she sort of looks at it, and then she looks at the top of the map where you see a yellow ball and a blue ball sort of moved back and forth across the top of the map. Would this have been about 3-ish hours ago?
Yep.
Fascinating. So her power was trapped inside the circle.
I didn't know she had power, so I can't really speak to that.
Well, I mean, not like she might normally have, but she couldn't have affected anything outside of the circle while she was in here.
Who?
Mab.
Oh, I thought you were talking about somebody else.
Oh, no, who are you talking about?
I was confused. I thought you were talking about the daughter or person she was interested in.
Oh, no. She points at the dot. This is kind of how I knew something weird had happened.
So that's Mab, and she can't do what? Explain again.
Well, okay, so that is magical essence, if you will, and it shifted towards the cold or winter side of the spectrum, if you will, quite suddenly. And then she fast forwards. Let's be honest. That's what it is. She fast forwards quickly, and it disappears. I noticed this when I happened to be reviewing sort of what was going on for the day, and that's why I figured there was something wrong with the circle. I thought maybe there was some sort of attack, or it glitched for a second. I wasn't sure.
Well, she did freeze an entire park full of people, though it wasn't clearly an attack because, well, like I said, nobody died.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you know how she does. Ice skating rig, the whole thing.
Not really, because I never encountered.
Oh, well, count yourself lucky. Basically, it just, spreading ice that encapsulates everything. Instantaneously. And will suffocate you if you're not freed soon enough. Yep.
Right.
Hence why negotiations had to take place quickly.
So, there is a possibility that one of the focus sites that we used to cast this spell was damaged.
Could some of the Fae that have been infiltrating here found it?
Possibly. I'd like you all to head to the sites and make sure everything's still intact.
Well, we might need backup for that. Look, I don't really want to get involved with Mab as much as possible, which is why we're here trying to fix the barrier. But if something comes up with that name, please let me know.
Well, with what we now know, I'm going to try. I'll start formulating up some things. I'll call over some of the girls. We might be able to layer a second spell that has to do with humanity. I'll figure something out. It might take a couple of days, though.
Okay, well, don't set the sensitivity too high, because, well, it'd be an awful time to leave.
Right. No, it would be something that made sure that there was at least some sort of humanity in the entity. She scribbles down a note. Like I said, we'll test it, but
include ferrets.
I mean, yes, animals were considered. I wouldn't want to hurt the local wildlife. That would just be cruel.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start on that. I don't think we'll have anything up and running for at least the next week, unfortunately. And I don't know. With what happened, I'm not running at full power.
Is there any way we can patch the net?
It unfortunately
that might
doesn't
be quicker?
Work that way. No.
That's really stupid. Magic should work that way.
It would be more convenient, yes.
It's really stupid.
See, Maya agrees with me.
Very stupid.
Vi gives sort of a look at Luca. Is there anything you could do from your end? And Luca just sort of shakes his head.
What about that one guy with his weird group of friends? I asked, looking at Luca.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific, Chica.
You know, the one that Obi almost got us killed with, and who hates your guts. But is very nice and very Fae-like in a lot of ways. I don't know, they might be related to vampires. I can't remember.
I know who she's talking about.
Wait, yeah, I know. My brain is failing me. Hold on.
hardcore flirted that one. It was great.
Where'd you go? I don't know where my page that had people on it went. Oh, there we go. Are you talking about Damien?
Yeah, that one.
No.
Did you ever go and see him, Violet? I know you've been, well, busy.
No, why would I have gone to see Damien? He's vile.
Well, I made an offer for him that I would attempt something. Clearly didn't work, so it's not my fault.
What did you tell him you would do?
That I would look for someone who might be willing to put a boundary around his building.
Oh,
and I looked,
no.
and I completed my side of the bargain. It's great.
I would not help him. No, I don't help those creatures.
I didn't know. Anyway, was he be useful or no?
No.
Are you saying that because you don't like them, or because they're actually not useful?
Yes.
That's what I think. Well, unfortunately, now might be a time to draw the lines of lesser of two evils, is all I'm going to say. I have no
Not
background or
going to
history with
be
these people, so
Of any help to us, Karen.
if you say so.
The best thing that could happen if we involve Damien Marks at this point is we all die.
I mean, there's a high likelihood of that anyway.
Yes, and I'm fine with that. It's the part that comes after that I'd like not to happen.
You don't want to be a zombie ghoul? How rude. That's prejudice.
Right. Vi, thanks for the help. I'm gonna head out. And
Thanks for the help, Violet.
Luca heads down some stairs.
All joking aside, he's very sensitive about that topic. Thank you for the help, Violet.
She nods. I'm not sure what we're gonna be able to do. Like I said, till I have full access to my magic again, we're not going to be able to cast the spell. Not without somebody of reasonable strength, myself.
Well, here's a question for you.
Yes.
Would you be able to put together a list of other cities that are safe in similar ways?
I don't know for sure that any are, but
There's no magical witch network? I'm very surprised, actually.
there's a loose network with a couple of covens. We know some folks in Cleveland, and in the surrounding states, but no, we don't exactly share secrets.
Is it a secret to learn how to protect your city from the Fae?
Honestly, yes. Up
That's
until
horrifying.
I figured it out, I didn't know it was possible.
Even more horrifying. Well, it's good to see that you're doing well. Keep healing, and keep us in the loop.
She smiles kind of bitterly. Yes. Well, thanks for coming, Karen. It was nice to be reminded that I am needed, even she sort of gestures towards her legs.
If you need anything, you can call us as well. This works both ways.
Unless you know somebody who can work miracles. As far as I know, I'm as good as I get.
Well, I'll ask around.
I appreciate it. Take care, Karen.
Bye.
You know your ferret's not normal, right?
Well, of course not. What's the point in having a normal ferret?
Okay.
What?
No, nothing.
Don't lie to me, Violet. I can see the look on your face. You should know better than to try and lie to me.
Didn't lie. I don't know anything more other than it's not normal. As long as you know, that's fine.
Okay.
Is it a...
A what?
Is it your familiar?
That's a good word for it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Do you need me to show you out, or... I mean, I guess you could probably run after Luca.
Yeah, I was just gonna follow his angry footsteps.
They're pretty easy to follow.
Especially with the echo.
It is quite acoustic, isn't it?
Beautifully so.
Take care
Also,
of
the
yourself.
woods surrounding your house are beautiful.
Thank you. I agree.
If you ever want to go hiking, let me know. I'll take you.
Right.
I mean that, literally.
I'll pass for now. Thanks.
The offer still stands. And I wave, and I follow Luca down the doorway. Down the doorway?
As you go to turn, she sort of reaches out and grabs your hand.
Which one?
I don't know, whichever one she can reach.
Okay. If it's the left one, it'll feel weird.
Take care of him, won't you? He's an idiot.
Which one?
Luca.
Yes. I'll do my best. Maya's probably better at that job than I am, though.
Thank you, both of you.
I am good at taking care of idiots.
You've kept Obi alive this long.
Well, I know the feeling. Again, thanks for coming. If I have any progress, I'll call.
And even if you don't, you should call. I'm very offended.
How rude.
She looks at her phone. I mean, it works both ways.
Ooh.
Well, sometimes I get called into realms where phones don't work. Though, yes, it does work both ways. You are not a liar.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
Bye!
Good evening, Karen. Once again, you have baffled me.
My goal! I yell as I walk down the hallway.
You guys head on out. Luca is waiting, brooding against the car.
The angst is contagious. You might want to put it away.
Right. All right, well...
I apologize for offending you.
I'm not offended, Karen. I just...
Now she is.
I don't think you understand. No, you do. I don't think you appreciate the danger that things that aren't particularly witty can still hold.
Run that by me again?
The Fae aren't the only problem in this city, Karen. I've been fighting another one for a long time.
I'm aware. I just happen to be particularly biased in terms of the devastation that the Fae can do.
And I happen to be particularly biased in the way that demons can rip your throat out. Let's go.
Boring. Alright.
He actually laughs at that.
See, that's why demons aren't... I would like to say that on the entire ride home, as long as Maya and Luca can stand it, I talk about how boring demons are, and how it's so much more interesting to have, like, a foe that has any kind of intelligence. And I talk about which of the Batman villains are better than others based on how intelligent they are.
Alright, you guys drive back. I assume at some point you will try to contact other people and make plans, but since it is 9:04,
Well, real quick before we end,
yes.
Like, if I wanted to do anything with the time that all this was happening, should I announce that now, or do you want to handle that later?
I will handle that at the beginning of next session.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, so as the car sort of speeds down a rural, foresty path, we zoom out, and I don't know, some sort of classic rock song plays.
Supernatural style.
Welcome to the jungle.
All right.
And good evening, everyone and no one who watches.
Bye, Vark.
Good
Vark
night.
and Didja.
Bye, Vark and Didja.
Bye, Didja.
Bye.